Zandor returned from the mountain carrying more than answers. The path of the Guardians had shown him what the Builders truly believed. A Guardian was never meant to rule. A Guardian existed to stand between destruction and those who could not yet defend themselves. Within the hidden observatory, Zandor had witnessed civilizations rise and fall across the galaxy. He had seen warnings preserved across ages, and learned that the Dominion was only part of something far greater. Back among the Ashari, the First Council gathered to decide what was worth protecting together. But elsewhere, the Dominion Council made its own choice. While Zandor listened to the echoes of the past, General Vorak prepared his next move. And in the final records of the observatory, one truth remained. The future would not belong to those who sought power. It would belong to those still willing to listen. But now, something had answered. The recovered record continues. Scene 36, the answer. For ages, the greatest question was whether anyone remained to hear us. We never considered what it would mean if something answered. Frontier Archive, Builder Deep Space Records.
The Frontier Archive. Recovered audio log. Entry. Zothuro. Classification. Declassified. Location. Planet Kheros event. The answer. Status. Verified historical record.
For several seconds, nothing happened. No warning sounded. No ancient machine awakened beneath Zandor's feet. No forgotten voice emerged from the darkness to explain what the hidden observatory had done. There was only silence. Zandor stood beneath the vast projection of the stars, watching the final trace of blue light disappear beyond the edge of the system. The pulse was gone, sent into a darkness so enormous that even the Builders had once struggled to measure it. Around him, the observatory settled into stillness. The great circular chamber remained illuminated by thousands of faint points of light. Some represented stars, others represented worlds whose names had been lost long before humanity had learned to cross the space between them. Zandor stared upward. He could still feel the vibration of the transmission somewhere beneath his armor. Not through his ears, through his bones, through the strange connection that had begun when the Builder systems recognized him as Guardian. He slowly exhaled.
That's it?
His voice traveled farther than expected through the enormous chamber. No answer came. Zandor glanced toward the nearest Builder interface. Its crystalline surface had returned to a quiet blue.
You send something across half the galaxy and don't even tell me what it said.
Nothing. Zandor shook his head.
Of course, that would be too easy.
He turned away from the projection, then stopped. A single point of light had appeared behind him. Zandor looked back. At first he thought it was simply another star, but the point was moving, not across the map, through it. One layer of the holographic projection after another expanded outward. Kheros became a blue point. Its star became another. Nearby systems appeared, then sectors, then regions of space so distant that the observatory's scale became almost impossible to comprehend. The moving light continued outward. Zandor stepped toward it.
Show me.
The observatory responded. The chamber darkened. Every nearby star vanished. Only the pulse remained, a thin blue line traveling through blackness. Zandor watched it pass one dead system, then another, then another. There were structures there. He could see them now. Small geometric symbols appeared beside worlds scattered across the projection. Builder installations, observatories, relay stations, places that had once been connected, all of them dark. The pulse reached the first. Nothing happened. It continued. The second remained silent. The third, the fourth, the fifth. Zandor's expression hardened. Hundreds of thousands of years had passed since the Builders disappeared. Perhaps this was all the observatory was showing him, a message crossing a graveyard. Then the pulse reached another system. For one moment, nothing, and then a light appeared. Zandor froze. It was faint, almost insignificant against the scale of the projection, but it had not been there before.
What was that?
The observatory magnified the distant system. Information moved across the air around him. Much of it was unreadable, some symbols translated through his Guardian interface. Builder network node. Status, unknown. Last confirmed contact. Data, corrupted. Zandor stared.
Someone's there.
The observatory did not confirm it. Instead, the distant light faded. Zandor moved closer.
Bring it back.
Nothing.
Show me the signal.
The map changed again. The outgoing pulse remained visible. But now something else appeared. A second line, much weaker, traveling in the opposite direction, toward Kheros. Zandor's face changed.
That's coming back.
The chamber began to hum, low, deep, different from the harmonic tones Zandor had heard before. He looked around. One by one, dormant symbols appeared across the star map. Dozens, then hundreds. Most remained dark, but the observatory was identifying them now. An ancient network stretching across regions of space no modern chart had ever shown him. Zandor slowly turned beneath it. For the first time, he understood the true scale of what the builders had created. Kheros had never been alone. It had been one point in something enormous, a civilization connected across the stars. And somewhere within that dead network, one point had answered.
Identify the source.
Source identification unavailable.
Builder.
Unknown.
Automated system.
Unknown.
Life signs.
Insufficient data.
Then what do you know?
A pause, the distant point pulsed once.
Response confirmed.
Zandor stared at it.
Response to what?
Guardian activation signal.
That silenced him. He looked toward the point representing Kheros.
The signal came from me.
Guardian presence. Initiated. Network inquiry.
I didn't initiate anything.
Correct.
Then who did?
Hidden observatory protocol.
Why?
To determine whether the network remained.
Zandor looked again toward the distant light.
And?
The network responded.
A chill moved through him. Not because of what the machine had said, because of what it hadn't.
That's not what I asked.
Silence.
Is that response Builder?
Unknown.
Is it coming here?
Trajectory unresolved.
Can it locate Kheros?
The Guardian inquiry originated from Kheros.
Zandor's jaw tightened.
So yes.
Yes.
For a moment, Zandor simply stared upward. 6 years. For 6 years, Kheros had been a forgotten world, hidden beneath storms, distance, and the arrogance of civilizations that believed nothing important could survive beyond their maps. Then the Dominion came. Then the Builders awakened. And now Kheros had announced itself to something beyond known space. Zandor lowered his head.
Karam is going to love this.
The observatory changed, not gradually, instantly. The stars vanished. A red symbol appeared above Kheros. Zandor's humor disappeared.
What is that?
External sensor acquisition detected.
Whose?
The answer appeared before the machine spoke it. A tactical profile formed in red, angular, military, Dominion.
Orbital surveillance.
They saw the transmission.
Probability high.
How much?
Unknown.
Did they detect this place?
No direct localization confirmed.
Yet.
The red symbol multiplied. 1 became 3, 3 became 7. Dominion orbital platforms and warships began repositioning over the holographic representation of Kheros. The occupation had changed. Zandor could see it immediately. This wasn't a bombardment formation. It was a search pattern.
They're triangulating.
The observatory highlighted 3 regions of the planet. One was empty wilderness, one lay across the northern crystal ranges. The third, Zandor stepped forward.
No.
The projected line passed dangerously close to inhabited Ashari territory. He studied the changing Dominion deployment. Search craft were already descending.
How long?
First atmospheric contact estimated in 11 minutes.
Zandor turned. The great doors of the observatory began opening before he reached them. But another sound stopped him, a tone, soft, almost musical. He looked back. The distant light had pulsed again, once, twice. Then, a second ancient node illuminated, much closer to Kheros. Zandor stared at it.
What does that mean?
Unknown.
You're becoming very fond of that word.
The observatory offered no response. Zandor looked from the ancient lights to the descending Dominion search pattern. Two mysteries, one immediate threat. The choice was obvious. Whatever had answered from the darkness would have to wait. The people of Kheros could not. He stepped through the doorway. His armor responded. Thin lines of electric blue illuminated across the black and graphite plates. The frontier insignia at his chest awakened. Behind him, the observatory continued tracking the distant response. Ahead of him, war was already moving. High above Kheros, beyond the orange clouds and the planet's twin moons, the Oblivion Spear hung against the stars. For hours, its command deck had watched the surface. Now every station was alive. Dominion officers moved between consoles. Sensor data streamed across tactical displays, and at the center of it all stood General Vorak. He watched a single blue waveform repeat across the main display. Once, again, then again, Commander Rexus stood beside him.
It originated somewhere beneath the northern continent.
Somewhere.
The signal refracted through the planetary crust. Our sensors can't isolate the source.
Can't?
Not yet.
Vorak turned slightly toward him. Rexus corrected himself.
We will.
Vorak returned his attention to the display.
And the second signal?
That is the problem.
No, Commander, that is the interesting part.
Rexus brought another projection forward. The first waveform originated from Kheros. The second did not.
We tracked it to the edge of our sensor capability. After that, nothing.
Direction.
Outside Dominion-charted space.
Distance.
Unknown.
Vorak stared at the waveform.
General.
Say it.
Something answered them.
Silence settled over the command platform. Vorak's eyes remained fixed on the display.
No.
General?
Something answered him.
The display changed. A recorded image appeared. Zandor Ironheart, Guardian armor. Blue light reflected across his face. Vorak studied him. Then he looked toward Kheros.
Deploy the search groups.
Rules of engagement?
Vorak waited, just long enough for everyone around him to understand that his next words mattered.
Ironheart is not to be killed.
And the Ashari?
They are irrelevant unless they interfere.
The builder installation?
Untouched.
Rexus looked toward the planet.
You believe he can lead us to it?
I believe Ironheart has spent 6 years surviving on a world that should have killed him. Now, ancient machines are waking beneath his feet, and something beyond our maps has answered his presence. I no longer believe in coincidences, Commander.
Inclined his head.
I'll bring him to you.
Vorak looked once more at the returning waveform.
No, find out what he's protecting first. Then bring me Ironheart.
Across the hangars of the Oblivion Spear, warning lights changed from amber to crimson. Engines ignited. Dominion gunships lifted from their restraints. Armored transports rolled toward deployment bays. Soldiers sealed their helmets. Weapons came online, and one after another, Dominion craft descended toward Kheros. Far below them, Zandor Ironheart was already moving. Neither side yet understood what the first echo had awakened. But both understood one thing. The silence was over. Scene 37, Vorak's move. The most dangerous commander is not the one who attacks first. It is the one who understands what the enemy cannot afford to lose. Frontier Archive recovered Dominion tactical records. The Dominion did not invade Kheros again. It tightened its grip. Across the northern hemisphere, occupation forces received new orders. Patrol routes changed, checkpoints closed, atmospheric gunships abandoned their predictable circuits and moved toward regions they had previously ignored. Reconnaissance drones climbed above the crystal forests. Armored columns left Dominion staging grounds beneath the cover of darkness. None of them were told what they were searching for, only where to search and what not to destroy. High above the planet, the Oblivion Spear coordinated them all. Its command deck had transformed into a map of Kheros. The planet rotated slowly above the central tactical table, covered by hundreds of Dominion markers. Red lines converged upon the northern continent. Commander Rexus studied them.
Search Group 3 is in position.
Confirmed.
5,
Crossing the eastern ridge now.
7.
Delayed by atmospheric interference.
How long?
14 minutes.
Make it 7.
Yes, Commander.
General Vorak stood several meters away. He hadn't moved since the operation began. He watched the planet, not the soldiers, not the ships, the patterns. Rexus noticed.
You disagree with the deployment.
No,
Then, what are you looking for?
a mistake.
Ours?
His.
Rexus looked toward the holographic image of Kheros.
Ironheart knows this world better than we do. He has survived here for 6 years. He knows the terrain. He knows the inhabitants. And if the builder installation is as important as I suspect, he knows something else.
How to hide it.
How to protect it.
Vorak reached into the hologram. Several Dominion search zones disappeared. Others expanded.
Stop searching for the installation.
General?
Search for what Ironheart will protect.
Rexus understood.
The Ashari.
Settlements, water routes, food stores, migration paths, places their people cannot simply abandon. Pressure those points.
And wait for him to respond.
Exactly.
That could produce civilian casualties.
Then your officers should learn restraint. I want Ironheart moving, not hiding.
Rexus watched Vorak for another moment.
You're using the occupation to map his priorities.
Every soldier reveals himself by what he attacks. A guardian will reveal himself by what he refuses to lose.
Rexus gave a faint smile.
And once he moves,
We follow.
The tactical display changed. A Dominion officer enlarged one of the northern regions.
Commander.
report.
Search Group 5 has detected subterranean harmonic activity.
Builder?
Unconfirmed.
Location.
A mountain range appeared. Deep valleys cut between enormous crystal formations. The region lay approximately 40 kilometers from one of the projected signal corridors.
Here.
Deploy a survey team.
No.
Rexus looked at him.
Send soldiers.
Why?
Because if it matters, Ironheart will come.
On Kheros, the night sky burned red, not from fire, from engines. 3 Dominion atmospheric gunships crossed above the northern crystal ranges. Their hulls disappeared intermittently behind towering formations of blue stone. Beneath them, an armored column moved through the valley. 2 troop transports, 1 Dominion APC, reconnaissance drones ahead, infantry following behind. They moved slowly, methodically. The valley was too narrow for speed. Crystal formations rose hundreds of meters on either side, their surfaces reflecting the crimson glow of Dominion engines. The result was unsettling. Every vehicle seemed accompanied by dozens of distorted red copies moving inside the mountains. At the head of the column walked a Dominion lieutenant. His helmet displayed the tactical feed from the drones overhead.
Hold formation. No contacts. There are always contacts. You simply haven't found them yet.
A drone passed over the ridge. Its scanner swept the rocks. Nothing, then movement.
Biological contacts detected.
Number?
9.
Classification?
Ashari.
The lieutenant stopped.
Armed?
2 probable weapons.
Direction?
Moving northwest.
The lieutenant studied the terrain.
They're avoiding us. Orders? Intercept. Command ordered minimal civilian contact. Command ordered us to identify movement through this region. They're moving. Identify them.
The soldiers spread out. Above them, one of the gunships changed course. 9 Ashari moved through the crystal forest. They were not warriors, not all of them. 2 carried long hunting weapons. The others carried bundles, food, medicine, water. Supplies intended for families whose normal routes had been severed by Dominion checkpoints. An older Ashari man led them. He raised one hand. Everyone stopped. A low mechanical vibration moved through the valley. One of the younger Ashari looked upward.
Gunship.
How far?
Close.
The elder looked back the way they had come, then toward the mountains ahead.
Leave the main trail.
The western path?
Too exposed. Take the burning pass.
We were told not to use it.
We were told not to let the Dominion find the northern settlements either. Move.
They disappeared between the crystals. Seconds later, the drone passed over the place where they had been standing. Its scanner swept across the empty ground, then turned toward the pass. Farther north, Zandor ran. His cloak snapped behind him. The Guardian armor moved almost silently despite his speed. The observatory had projected the Dominion search pattern directly across his vision. 3 red contacts, then 6, then 12. He moved between crystal formations without slowing. Paths that would have taken an outsider hours to navigate were instinctive to him now. 6 years. He knew where the ground dropped, where the crystal became unstable, where rainwater carved tunnels beneath the ridges, where sound traveled farther than sight. The Dominion knew none of it. That was his advantage. For now, a blue symbol appeared across his vision.
Dominion aerial contact.
I see it.
A gunship crossed between the mountains ahead. Zandor dropped behind a crystal outcrop. The ship passed overhead. Crimson engine light swept across him. He waited. 3 seconds. 4. The sound faded. He moved again.
Additional biological contacts detected.
Ashari.
9.
Dominion distance.
1.8 kilometers.
Direction of travel.
Converging.
Zandor accelerated. Aboard the Oblivion Spear, Rexus watched Search Group 5's feed. 9 Ashari contacts appeared. The Dominion patrol closed from the south. A gunship circled from the east. Then, another marker flickered onto the tactical display. For less than a second. Blue. Then gone. Rexus leaned forward.
What was that?
Interference.
Replay it.
The officer obeyed. The image reversed. Red contacts moved backward. The Ashari returned along their path, and there, between 2 frames, a pulse.
Freeze.
The display stopped. A humanoid shape stood between the crystals, barely visible.
We don't have identification.
I do.
Vorak turned. Rexus enlarged the image. Dark armor, a cloak, a faint blue light at the chest.
Ironheart.
Vorak approached. He studied the image.
How far from the patrol
Approximately 3 kilometers.
and the Ashari?
Less than 2.
Vorak's gaze moved between the markers.
There.
What?
His mistake.
Rexus understood immediately. Ironheart wasn't moving toward the suspected builder signal. He was moving toward the Ashari. Vorak had been right.
Search Group 5 can intercept him.
No.
General,
Let him reach them.
you're giving him the initiative.
I'm giving him a reason to show us what he can do.
Vorak touched the tactical display. The gunship's marker changed.
Keep the aerial unit above the engagement. Observe first.
And when Ironheart commits,
Close the pass.
Rexus transmitted the order. The Ashari reached the entrance to the burning pass. The name came from the crystals. During daylight, they captured the orange light of Kheros and scattered it through the canyon until the entire passage seemed filled with flame. At night, they became something else. Dark blue walls, cold, narrow, silent. The elder stopped. Something was wrong.
Wait.
What is it?
He listened. Nothing. That was the problem. The insects had stopped. The small nocturnal creatures that lived between the crystals were silent. The elder slowly lowered his supplies.
They're here.
A red targeting beam crossed his chest.
Don't move!
Dominion soldiers emerged from behind the crystals. 4 ahead, 3 behind. The Ashari were surrounded. The 2 hunters raised their weapons.
I wouldn't.
Neither would I.
The lieutenant tilted his head.
Drop it.
We are carrying food.
Then you have nothing to fear.
Your people say that often.
Weapons, on the ground.
The Ashari scout looked toward the Elder. The Elder gave the smallest nod. The hunting weapon lowered, then dropped.
Better. Where are you going?
Home.
Where is home?
Kheros.
Several Dominion soldiers laughed. The lieutenant didn't.
Search them.
2 soldiers stepped forward. Then, a sound moved through the pass. Click. Everyone stopped. A Dominion soldier looked down. A small stone had landed beside his boot.
What?
Another stone struck a crystal wall, then another. The sounds came from different directions.
Positions!
Weapons rose. The lieutenant searched the darkness. Nothing. Then his helmet display flickered.
Report. Targeting interference. Source? Unknown.
The crystals around them began reflecting their own targeting beams. 1 red line became 5. 5 became 20. The pass filled with false targets.
I can't get a lock. Switch to optical.
The soldiers changed modes. The darkness returned. Then a voice came from somewhere above them.
You should have stayed on the road.
Every Dominion weapon snapped upward. Nothing.
Ironheart!
Silence. The lieutenant's eyes narrowed behind his visor.
We know you're here.
Then this should be easy.
A blue flash erupted behind them. 1 Dominion soldier disappeared into the darkness. His weapon hit the ground. Another turned. Too late. Zandor struck him from the side. Armor slammed into crystal. A 3rd soldier fired. Zandor was already gone. The shot struck the wall. Blue crystal exploded across the pass.
Formation!
The Ashari dropped to the ground. Zandor appeared between 2 Dominion soldiers. 1 strike. A weapon fell. A 2nd strike drove the other soldier backward. The lieutenant fired. Zandor twisted away. Crimson energy passed centimeters from his shoulder.
Move.
The Ashari elder understood.
North, go!
The Ashari ran. Dominion soldiers turned toward them. Zandor stepped directly into their line of fire. His armor flared blue.
You're looking for me.
The lieutenant stared at him.
Actually, we are.
A mechanical roar filled the canyon. Zandor looked upward. His expression changed. Above the pass, crimson lights ignited. The Dominion gunship dropped from behind the ridge. Weapons rotated beneath its hull. The lieutenant stepped backward.
Command said you would come.
Zandor looked toward the fleeing Ashari, then toward the gunship, and finally toward the Dominion soldiers closing around him. A blue warning filled his vision.
Multiple weapons locked.
I noticed.
The gunship's cannons charged. The crystals around Zandor reflected the growing crimson light until the entire burning pass seemed to ignite. High above Kheros, General Vorak watched through the gunship's eyes. Rexus stood beside him.
We have him.
Vorak watched Zandor turn slowly beneath the gunship.
No.
He's surrounded.
Then, now, we find out why the builders chose him.
On the surface, Zandor looked at the towering crystal walls, at the fractures running through them, at the ancient blue patterns barely visible beneath the stone. His Guardian interface suddenly identified something the Dominion couldn't see. Subsurface builder conduit. Zandor's eyes narrowed. The gunship fired. End of part 1. Continues in part 2.